Okay, this is a single leg hip thrust with a lockout focus, so we're trying to get the most out of that lockout at the top. I think a lot of hip thrusts that I see people doing are kind of a waste of time, in my humble opinion. I think hip thrusts in general are just a nuisance. They're such a bitch to like load up all the weight and whatever. Just these ones are money. You don't need much weight for these, and there's like no exercise I felt in the cheeks more than this one. So for the setup, we're gonna go shoulder blades on bench, box, whatever you got, and we're gonna try elevating the foot with a step. You can eventually play around with how high you want the step or the box. Other leg is gonna be floating up in the air. This foot, we're gonna be driving into the step, specifically through the heel, okay? You can lift your toes up if you like. You don't have to, but as long as 100% of the force is going through that heel, that's where you're gonna get a lot of goodness here. So from here, we start driving the hip up, squeezing that glute, and here's where the magic happens. Just when you think you're at the top, okay, we're gonna hold this for about like 5 seconds. Just squeeze it even more, okay? Drive to the heel even more, just that much higher, okay? Just when you think you're at the top, get a little bit higher, a little bit higher. Just that extra millimeter to the ceiling makes a huge difference. You hold it, 3, 2, 1, and then we go down slow with control. We tap the hips, and then we go again. Okay, we drive the heel down, hips up. We squeeze this glute muscle as hard as we can, like you're squeezing the juice out of a bag of fucking oranges. High as you can. 2, 1. Oh God. That's it. We can make this more difficult by adding some weight to the hips. You don't need a lot of weight, okay? This is why I love this one. You go up, place that weight right on the top of that femur, right where it meets the hips, and you drive heel down, hips up, high as you can, high as you can. Squeeze that glute, hard as you can, a little bit higher. Oh shit, cramping. There it is, that's it. Obviously if you start to cramp, try and push through it. Slow on the way down, tap the hips right back up. You're also gonna have to play around with where your foot is. If you go out a lot further, you're gonna involve the hamstrings a lot more. So be wary of the cramping. That's kind of what I felt there. If you go in a little bit tighter, that might be better. But again, find what works for you.